Good morning, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a really great day today. I am on the struggle bus today. I'm creepily sitting in front of my OB's office. I'm like a half hour early. I just took Xavier to daycare and it was not the best morning. It was his second day back at daycare, and since they lifted the mask mandate here, and we pulled him from school because of it. So he's been with me all day, every day for months now. And today was his second day back, and he did really great yesterday. And this morning, he literally wrapped his arms and legs around my body and looked at me like I was abandoning him, and was crying and had real tears. And it doesn't make you feel really great. And I know that it's really good for him to have the socialization, and I know that he'll be fine. He did really good yesterday. They said he had a great day. It just breaks my heart because I wish I could have him with me every single day, all day. But that's not reality right now. So back to pregnancy update. I am 30 weeks, and now that I'm 30 weeks, my doctor wants to see me every 2 weeks until I think 36. And then I think it's every week. But I had my glucose test a few days ago and I got the results yesterday. So that was a whole debacle. I did not have, I had an appointment scheduled and it took 2 weeks to even get an appointment. And I guess they're just having issues with people not wanting to work. So I go to my appointment, and the place it's literally 5 minutes from my house, which is awesome. I get there and there's a note on the door that there was an emergency and they're closed and they're not taking any patients. So I had to reschedule 3 other times because Eric had meetings in the morning, and it was just a whole thing. So I finally got in. I went at 7:30 in the morning on Thursday. I think it was Thursday. Or Friday, whatever day, it doesn't matter. So I had it done at 7:30 in the morning, and I didn't eat anything. I did have a diet ginger ale. I had a couple sips of it, and some water, and I got my results back yesterday. I use Quest Diagnostics for all my lab work. And I have an app on my phone, so it told me that my results were in. And they did 3 vials of blood, which I didn't think they were doing all that. So they wound up doing the glucose, a CBC panel, and then syphilis, which I would assume it has something to do with being pregnant and harming the baby, but that, was negative. So glad that's out of the way. But I failed my glucose test, and it wasn't off by a lot. The numbers, I don't know what a lot is, but it said on the app, it should be under 135, and I was at 138. So I did fail with Xavier as well for the first one. However, I ate strawberries before I went, which was really stupid on my part. So I went for the 3-hour and everything was fine. But now, because I'm older and I'm technically a geriatric patient, since I'm 35, 36, how old am I? 36? 36. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess it's not unusual for people over 30, I think it was either 33 or 35, to have a higher rate of gestational diabetes. So, and diabetes runs in my family. So I got all that working for me. So I need to ask him about that. I'm sure he's going to have me go for the 2 or 3 hour. And then also for the CBC panel, my hemoglobin, my red blood cell count, and my hemotrochit, I'll put the word up on the screen somewhere, those all came back all in the red, that they were really low. So in the description it reads, and I'm by no means in the medical field in any way, shape, or form, but the little descriptions it gives, it all references anemia. So I've never been anemic in my life, or even in my last pregnancy I wasn't. So I don't know if he'll have me take iron for that or what the protocol is. But if that's the case, it would make sense because I'm ridiculously tired all the time, especially in the afternoon. Like, it's hard for me to even function. Like, I legit want to take a nap and I hate napping. So there's that. I'm just like so out of it this morning. I apologize. And what else? My lymphocytes for white blood cells, those were low. My absolute neuro something, I'll put the word up here somewhere, that was high. So that was really elevated. So both of those have to do with infections of some sort. So I feel fine. I don't feel sick. So I have a whole bunch of stuff to ask him and talk to him about. Also, I have a meeting for work scheduled in Florida, and I live in New York, so I'd have to fly like early April, and I will then be 34 weeks pregnant. So I need to see if he will allow me to fly. But also I might have to wind up taking a couple flights for work in general. So I just need to see what his thoughts are on that. And last, I think, but not least, I need to ask him, yesterday I picked up Xavier when I was getting him ready for school in the morning, and I picked him up and twisted, and the side of my belly like started to hurt. And it wasn't, it didn't feel like round ligament pain. And even with Xavier, I really didn't have that. So yeah, I feel better today, but even like later like last night, it was really bothering me. So I need to ask him about that just to make sure that like I didn't do anything internally. I'm not spotting, bleeding, cramping, like nothing like that. So I think it's fine, but I don't want to not bring it up since I'm here already. I'm tired. So I think that's all that I need to talk to him about. Other than that, as far as like how I feel pregnant. I feel big. She moves so much. And I think I mentioned this before in one of my other videos. The placenta is on my back. And so my sonographer told me, like, you're going to feel her move all the time. And it's so aggressive. Like, she is such a little spitfire. It, like, my whole belly moves. It's like, I love it, but it, like, can be really uncomfortable because it's, like, so, like, jabby and sharp and, like, oh my God. But I feel fine, I guess. I feel tired, obviously. But I have a lot going on, and I'm growing a human, so I guess that's to be expected. My pelvic bone hurts, which I would think it's normal. I can't tell if it's my pelvis or my sciatic. It doesn't always, like, sometimes I know it's my sciatic, sometimes like my hips just hurt, and then if I like lay on the ground and stretch, then it feels better. But yeah, for the most part, I feel fine. It's just, I feel pregnant, you know, that's it. So, all right, I'm gonna go in and see what he has to say, hear baby girl's heartbeat, hopefully. Well, I mean, they usually do that. They don't do much at these appointments. So we'll see what he wants me to do. I totally forgot to check back in with you guys yesterday about my doctor's appointment. It is the next day. I'm drinking my little mom bomb. I guess the appointment went pretty well. As far as the white blood cells and those being like kind of all over the place, he said that's totally normal with pregnancy because your immune system's compromised. And I knew that, so I don't know why that didn't register to me. But he said, like, my lymphocyte count has nothing to do with my lymph nodes being removed. It's just like normal for them to not be where they're supposed to be during pregnancy. So I'm fine with that. 2, as far as my red blood cell counts go, I am anemic. So He told me it's not a big deal, but it definitely explains why I've been so tired. So he wants me to take iron twice a day. He said that it will probably bind me up, which, let's be very clear and honest, pregnancy in me, it like stops my whole digestive tract. Like, I don't go regularly as it is. So I have stool softeners, so I just said that I would take those as well. And he said that would be a very wise choice. I do also have Mary Ruth's Organics prenatal probiotics. So I'm going to take those. I'm going to take one pill twice a day as well. And I know that this is frowned upon, but in my little mom bomb that I drink with my Ningxia Red and my minerals, I do put kombucha in there. And I know because it's not pasteurized, it's like a whole thing. But I have heard multiple things about it helping regulate blood sugar. As far as the Ningxia goes, I'm drinking it. So end of story. That's just what I'm doing. I don't drink a lot of it. Again, this is like, I usually do like a bunch of ice and then this much Ningxia. And then I'll put some kombucha in with some seltzer water too. So it's not a whole lot. But I feel like all of that should help. And what else? Oh my God, this child, she moves so much and is like, oh, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. Oh my God. And I'm only 30 weeks. Like, I can't even imagine what she's going to feel like when we're further along. It's so crazy. Like, my belly is so hard and she is like so close to like where my hand is, like, cause her placenta's on the back. It's so crazy. I don't know how. I don't mean to, but like, I always make faces when she jabs me. Oh, she's crazy. But I did just eat breakfast, so that'll probably do it. And what else did he say? So anemic. And then also, as far as my sugar goes, the big test, I obviously failed by 3 points, which he wasn't like overly super concerned about. He asked how, my results came back with Xavier, and I told him I failed the first one, but I ate berries before I had it. And then the 3-hour test, all 4 of my levels came back fine. I was able to pull up the list on my phone from when I had it done on the app. So as of right now, he's not going to send me for the 2 or 3 hour. He just told me, he's like, I just want you to like tighten up what you're eating, which at the end of the day, like, I like to think that I eat pretty well, but I've definitely been very lax with this pregnancy. I've been craving a lot of sweets, and I try to eat peanut butter if I want something sweet as opposed to like a Reese's cup. But let's be honest, I had a couple months where I was eating chocolate every day, and not a lot, but like I would buy the Dove chocolates and have, a few of those. So could I do a better job? Yeah. Like this weekend, it was a dumpster fire. I had chicken finger pizza. I had cheesecake. I had, like, it wasn't my best. I had crumble cookies last week. Like, so yeah, I can definitely do a better job. I just, not that I use pregnancy as an excuse, but it's hard because I'm home all the time. It's just, part of it's laziness, and if I don't have stuff like prepped and ready to go, it's just, I like fall back on easy stuff. So we're going to tighten that up a little bit. I'm going to go grocery shopping in a couple days for the next week and make sure that I get a bunch of cucumbers and hummus and peppers and like just better snacks. And I told him, I said, because he told me, he goes, I don't want you to carb load, which I don't eat pasta really. Will I eat noodles and butter occasionally with a little bit of cheese? Yes, but I don't eat a lot. He's like, I don't want you to eat a big plate of pasta. I don't want you eating like, 4 baked potatoes. I'm like, it's just not really how I eat. But again, I've definitely been more lax. And I told him, I said, I love fruit. I have a bunch of strawberries in the morning. I've been like loving grapefruit, and I've never in my 36 years of life have liked grapefruit, and I could legit eat 3 of them at a time. Like, I don't know what it is, and they're in season now, but they are so good. Eric was so sweet the other day. He ran out because he's the one who eats them like very, very, very occasionally. And I peeled it for him and Xavier, and then I ate half of it, and then he went and bought me more. So, I just need to do a better job. So what he's going to do is, I see him again in 2 weeks. He wants me to have, he told me fasting glucose test, but that, like on my sheet of what was printed out to take to the lab, it says non-fasting. So I need to double check with him. I'll probably go first thing in the morning anyways before I eat. And then we'll look at it then and see what needs to be done. But at the end of the day, I could do a better job of just eating better as a whole and just making better decisions. So we did also talk about flying. He said he doesn't want me to fly after 36 weeks or starting at 36 weeks. So my trip for work should be okay. He said when flying pregnant, you do have an increased risk of developing blood clots in your legs. So I would have to take a baby aspirin 3 days before I go, or before I fly, and then 3 days before I fly back. So he said that. And then also basically at 36 weeks, he doesn't want me traveling like far for work because I do have a really big territory. So he said I need to kind of like bring it in at that point. So, what else did we talk about? Oh, he brought up C-section. I do have one scheduled. I've probably said this 4 different times already. I'm not 100% yet. I did have a C-section with Xavier just because he was breech, and I honestly just want baby girl to come when she's ready. He said at 36 weeks he can start doing the stretch and sweep, which I just don't want to force her to come out early. Like, I would love to do a normal like vaginal labor, but I don't want her to be rushed. You know what I mean? Like, I just want her to come when she's ready. But with my luck, like, I think Xavier would have stayed in 42 weeks, like, absolutely. And I feel like she would be the same. She seems very content as much as she rolls around. My stomach is totally lopsided right now. She's always on my right side, like right by my belly button. And you won't be able to tell because I have black on, but I'm still very torn about the whole thing. I don't know what I want. I just, at the end of the day, we both need to be healthy and safe and like just a nice, as stress-free delivery as we can have. I just don't want to rush the process either. So that will be determined. What else? I think that was it. So I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I am. I think that was all we talked about. Oh my God, baby girl. Settle down. I can't imagine what this is going to feel like when I'm further along. Oh my God. So anyways, yeah, so I will check in a couple weeks, give another update. Hopefully that blood work goes a little bit better. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to like having to prick myself and do all that stuff. So hopefully that one is fine. And we'll update you guys in a couple weeks. We'll see you then. Bye.